once again, pilgrims. We're going back. Talos 2, baby. We're getting the third area. Hopefully we'll finish it. And once we do, we'll get to see what happens to the megastructure. I hope it fucking Rubik's Cubes that shit. It's covered in gears. It's bound to Rubik's Cube itself and open up. Well, hey, and we got 17% of whatever the hell that is. We're about 17% done the game from what it can tell me. Anyway, this next area has one extra thing, and I didn't see what it was. See what I'm talking about? But it doesn't. It has the same amount. It's just that it's... Okay, no, it's just because it's in a different time zone, that's why. Not time zone, but you get what I mean.
One cave
just
brought up
sort
an
of
interesting
differently.
question earlier. Where did all the tech in the labs come from? So, I had a look at the serial numbers. And it turns out the answer is... New Alexandria.
Oh. Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
That's right, baby. That's interesting, though. Whoa! I see. The king urchin. Understood, king urchin. I am beholden to thee. Oh.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight?
Well,
Is it the
we
same
got a
stuff as the
star
other
path.
buildings?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the
I know
connection
it
of a
looks
laser.
like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on, too. Too little variation in the grain.
Where's one? One. Let's do this in systematic, reasonable order. Trying to strike a balance between puzzle gaming and, yeah, inverter. Okay. Gotcha. Yes, that's great. Oh, there's a blue there I didn't see. Okay. Blue. What happens if I take both? Oh, I was hoping it would create like a fucking secret white. Looks like we're dealing with inverters this round, which I'm cool with.
I managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure, because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But
He who
experimenting
dwells.
on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
I hope that you're shallow. What's up, man? Pretty rad.
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
It worked. I made a statue. Well, it half worked. The design was balanced, so it wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic. But good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do with using stone, part of the environment, Miranda. Hey.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that. And that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing that you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
You got it. Anyway, let's go say hi to, Oh, there you are. Hi, Al. Got a moment?
I've been meaning to talk to you. This, vision you had, the data stream overload. How did it feel?
So, have you ever heard of weed? No, strangely beautiful. It was unpleasant at first, then beautiful. It was frightening. It felt threatening. It was just data. Unpleasant at first.
Don't you worry that maybe your first impression was correct? And after that, your mind was basically being hijacked?
It wasn't hijacked. I think I made contact with something.
Just don't take this too lightly, okay? We're sturdier than our ancestors, but a mind is still a fragile thing.
I wanted to ask you, I promise to be careful. I wasn't done talking, though.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you make of Pandora?
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing. I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation.
Well, I've got one for you, but give me a moment. I'm leaning negative myself. Could be a test. One of these beings called us here, after all. Could be a test. Very true.
Exactly. But we don't really understand anything yet, and this Prometheus is suspiciously absent, so I remain cautious.
Well, we've only found 2 or 3. But for getting out the stars. Pandora and the Sphinx may hold power here, but Prometheus is the third. Beholder of the flame. Speaking of...
We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
That's admirable, I suppose. Okay. How very interesting. A red beam would be needed. Pretty decent understanding of beams these days.
I think about New Alexandria all the time. But realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more. We were so optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone. I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted. I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
It's alright. We all dwell on things. Hi, Melville.
What is it?
What do you make of Miranda? I hear you're a big fan of Yakut's cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is going to pee on the wrong cable, and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
Tell me more about New Alexandria.
New Alexandria. What a mess. It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion, more than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
But why would there be so much tech from New Alexandria? Okay.
Because the whole place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, but for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
That's all. Thanks, Mel. Okay. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 42. We broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea. Although for now, we'll use it as a workshop. It's strange, this place. Well, there's a lot of open space. I didn't think that I would find it so unusual. but I suppose we all spent more time at the dam than was originally planned. And now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside and is always volunteering for scavenging missions. Live Through Seer usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night, I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there, that they watched our ancestors, standing where I now stand. That's cool. From Miranda 25358. We finished setting up the external site at the lake. The area is so stunning we forgot about the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. The way in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me. The sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we then stumbled onto the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. It must have suffered enormously, and thinking about that made us feel truly terrible. There's so much pain in nature. Cutting down swaths of trees for their building projects, thoughtlessly causing radical changes to large environments and forcing local species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of a species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans? No, I'm talking about beavers. Like us, beavers transform their environments via building, and their actions have real consequences, creating vast wetlands that some species thrive in, while others die. Human activity is very similar. We too are ecosystem engineers, and we too benefit some species while harming others. Everything about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. Those species that adapt to the ecosystems we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of a new biodiversity, and so evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think some species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. Miranda. It's fascinating how much of what we do in common is common in animals, but furthered enormously by our intelligence and our ability to remember. Through us, the universe strives to a greater level of complexity. But does the universe have the capacity to strive for anything? We must be careful to avoid projecting human values onto the cosmos. Is that 5358? 3. Wow. There and back again. There's these symbols. I'm guessing that these symbols are going to be part of one of the star puzzles. There's one in each chamber, but they're pretty consistent from what I've examined. What? What went wrong? Is there anything in here? Move it out of the way. But then how do we escape? No, we can still get out.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
You know, I don't have to say what's the question for you to ask a question. You can just ask a question without me having to acknowledge it, and I will still answer it. Crazy, I know. That it's not like a fucking every moment isn't the same moment. Oh, we got a Pandora, or not Pandora, a Sphinx, rather. Obviously that is a Sphinx, but my brain turned off. Oh, it's the statue, and there's a thing right there. Well, we know where the statue is. It's, oh. So I'm cat-sitting Yucket's cat, Bruce, and it keeps peeing on my charging pod. Is there anything I could do to prevent this? Clean it very thoroughly, so not a single trace of smell remains. I know it's hard without the ability to smell, but we do have some cleaning agents that should do the trick. Contact me on private if you need a list. Oh, and make sure Bruce isn't distressed by something. Cats don't like being moved from their territory. Maybe it would be easier if you just moved him back to Yucket's place and fed him there. Nah, Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, and generally just breaking stuff. This is normal, and I warned you, Pellegrino. I could have given him to Neith, but she's used to him. But he's so fuzzy, and I love him. Ah, cats. It is, in fact, an aw cats moment. Alright, so now we have that for when we go back to the statue, because we will inevitably end up back there. For now, let's do chamber 4. But like, see what I mean? These symbols. I bet it's gonna be the Pandora puzzle. Okay. So that needs to be blue. Huh. Fucking genius. Paris was an ancient city sometimes called the City of Light, one of the great capitals of the world, home to tradition and innovation alike. It was the birthplace of one of the greatest revolutions in history, the moment that gave birth to modernity, in all its glories and horrors alike. The spirit of freedom that was born here, although it was suppressed by enemies and traitors, never entirely faded, and it lived on in the minds of artists for many generations. Maybe something of that spirit still remains in us. Yeah, question mark over here. Oh. Hell. Ain't this just a fucking pickle? Oh, but we need the jammer to get through this dirt. Why is there a red beam? Fucking... Come on, man. And what sucks is that I need a blue laser for it to even do anything. My only thought is that maybe, for some reason, what is this even leading to? This corner? Okay. How do we get in? I see this wall. I know it's important. I'm not gonna use the fucking Prometheus terminal. You fucking suck. Oh my god. Okay. Idea. Okay. Now, as for actually getting the beam over here, I wish I wasn't stupid. Okay. So, I'm trying to gather information here. We need a red beam here, and we need a blue beam there. This is a blue emitter. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
No, but I wanted to go. Wait, is this thing still on?
Yeah, the internal monologue. It seems to remain inactive until someone gets there or until the transport system goes online. Interesting. That looks close. Can investigate this one. Actually, I realize now one of the stars is unlikely to be that Pandora one I was talking about because I forgot about the thing, what with connecting lasers to here. Oh, I guess we're doing a mystery puzzle. Okay. There we go. Pre-connected. To get that. Alright. What does that sitting on a button do? like we shouldn't need so much stuff to do this, but cue the mouse. Well, that was a terrible idea. Not a bad idea to swap them, though, just bad execution of the plan. What the fuck is... What the f... okay, I'm getting that frustrated feeling where nothing's making any sense. Because my feeble little brain's too weak and tiny. Here's what we do. Okay. Yep. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. Okay. More question mark. Oh. Interesting. Oh, cool.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit. Even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
I'm guessing we'll see how the lasers link up, but as of right now, I'm not certain. Let's head to 5. Then we'll come back and we'll see I wish any of us were designed with the ability to climb slightly. We could definitely just climb up this sheer wall. Imprisoned. How interesting. And what is the goal? Ah, blue. Damn. But red isn't awesome. What does red get us? Does red get us anything? We need a blue beam to open up this. Which we can get, actually, by doing such. Ah, wrong. Oops, my bad. There we are. That's a good question, Olivia. Oh. I unfortunately don't have an answer. That said, if you do have an actual question, I'll answer it. Oof. Oh, there we go. That's probably a later step than I'm giving it proper credit for. Perhaps. I have an idea. Okay. Now. And now we do the same general concept. Oh, poo. Top 10 phooey moment. That is, oh geez. I'm gonna have to go with Oh, man. Sorry, that question is very tough. Okay, now we grab this guy. That's fine. What am I trying to do? Just trying to, do puzzles. So that we can enter this thing. If you're asking for the plot, I'm a little lost on that. Not inherently lost, but it's gonna take a little longer than a second, so... But I'll give you the full recap, if you really want it. I walk in the garden without fear, as stars swirl across the sky, and I stand amongst the tall lilies, who lift their faces to the passing eons. Here I will do no harm, and no harm will come to me, for at last my long journey is over, and I am at home. Beautiful. Makes me feel calm and happy. It's my new favorite of yours, I think. Although maybe step by step towards the nightingales might still win out. Let's say it's a tie. The words are definitely beautiful, but to me it seems like a poem about death. An inspiring poem about being happy where you are. I don't think our journey is over. Maybe we'll never... I also feel that it's about death. Exactly, the value of having found yourself in your place, being at peace. Thank you for the thoughts, everyone. I really appreciate them. Cool. So, effectively, if you missed Talos 1, we are a series of constructs that have gained sentience through AI testing. I don't want to go back to the thing. I want to go do the puzzles. I'm gonna do the puzzle. But now we've stumbled upon some ruins of a civilization that we are unfamiliar with, despite everyone being dead. So, trying to figure out why everything is going on. And that's a really simple and probably mostly wrong way of putting it, because I'm not good at explaining, I'm much better at taking things in. Oh, this is a fucking... Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, come... This is... okay. I didn't even catch what this puzzle's called. Let me leave and come back. Backward propagation. I don't like the implications of that, but okay. Would really like a blue laser, though. How... okay. I'm clearly very confused. Okay.
Elohim must be very proud of you, 1K.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh. What you gotta say, Miranda?
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself.
Every site we've investigated has had one of these labs, but they seem primitive compared to some of the technology we're seeing above ground.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
Maybe Miranda can tell us. Okay, what's this? Oh no. You're gonna introduce magnetizing fucking mechanics? This is gonna get so complicated, dude. The end draft. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced with a task I could never have expected. Writing an epitaph not only for myself, but for my species. It's the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful. And one day someone reads this. What meaningful insights can I share into this strange phenomenon that is humanity? I've spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time. So I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor, even by a little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here, but I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No. I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like this story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. Well, hope is the last thing that comes out of Pandora's box, and we are dealing with her right now. Karen. Author, Lord Dunsany. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. Karen leaned forward and rode. All things were one with his weariness. It was not with him a matter of years or of centuries, but of wide floods of time, and an old heaviness and pain in the arms that had become for him part of the scheme that the gods had made, and was of a piece with eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, it would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. So grey were all things, always where he was, that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead, on the face of such a queen, perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes could not have perceived it. I didn't even process that sentence. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Charon's duty nor his wont to ponder in his grey soul why these things might be. Charon leaned forward and rode. Then no one came for a while. It was not usual for the gods to send no one down from Earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came along. Alone, rather. Sorry, I got both lines merged together in my visual mind. And the little shade sat shivering on a lonely bench, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger, the gods knew best, and great and weary Charon rode on, and on beside the little silent shivering ghost. Right, Charon's the riverman from the River Styx. I forgot about that. He's the guy who takes you across the river for 2 coins. Fucking... and the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighed among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time and the pain in Karen's arms. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up to the coast of Dis, and the little silent shade shivering stepped ashore, and Karen turned the boat to go wearily back to the world. Then the little shadow spoke. That had been a man. "I am the last," he said. No one had ever made Karen smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. There's an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity, and the last shadow is the last human to live. But another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity has achieved immortality, and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. Preferation tends to be... Yeah, of course you can ask something. Same problem with Trial 108, repeated all calculations. Experiment modified to gain further insights into unexpected error, inconsistent results. Simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? Yeah, ask away. I'm always down to answer a question. If I have an answer. Sometimes I don't. Do I want to proceed with some stuff? Am I confused? Is this in reference to, my brain is failing right now. I'm trying to think of any other way to say this in order to disguise any form of identity or anything. Are you the person on Discord? Because I've forgotten. Like logo, oh, okay, yes. It's difficult. I'm not good at talking business on stream, which is why I usually say I don't. But... man. What does this do for me? What? Oh. Of course. Oh. Yeah, no, I have a Discord that you can message me on about that sort of thing, but, I don't have any, like, I'm trying to, fucking, words, get in my brain! There's already someone who's asking me for, to, like, do banners and stuff, and I do want to accept. The problem is that it's hard to do branding for my channel solely because the point of the character is that he's abstract, so he doesn't, like, the idea doesn't fall into a generic model. It's like the problem is the inherent unique nature of each. Like, I have an Instagram where I've posted, like, my own drawings, like the character, so it's like it's hard to send it to other people and be like, hey, can you make a thing with this? So it will, maybe, it might. Positional interchange. Positional interchange. I don't like the implication of that line. And how would... am I being silly? Of course I'm being silly. Okay. Oh. Well, isn't this just a fucking problem? Okay. Okay, okay. Idea. Top 10 idea. Boing. Now we can go on a little bouncy journey. Now I can take this. I can come over here. Oh. Well, that might be a problem for a second. But not inherently ultimate. Oh. Yes. But now how do we get this? So do you want to visualize but your head? So yeah, I want to add banners and badges and fucking emotes and all that. The problem is that I need to either get my drawing software back and do it myself, or alternatively, I need to find someone who draws the same style. Not like the same style. I'm trying to find the word. It's like, fuck. How the fuck do I do this? This is, a conundrum. Fucking die, Jesus. Oh, you know what? Figured it out. That. Okay, puzzle solved. As per your desire, if you want me to. I mean, sure, we can talk about it more off stream. I'm definitely much better at like conveying thought there. Do you have like a Discord or like something I can shoot you a message on? Because it's not out of the question. Certainly not. I need to find the big human statue. Where the fuck was that? It's like over here. Where is the large man? Oh, there he is. Alright. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's just get a proper look. tree. Like such. Just assuming that it wants this tree here, but let's just assume. Can we see the... No, we can't. It's like a little part that comes down here, and it's saying right there. Maybe it's talking about that there, that little nub. But I also can't help but notice this little ledge here. What do you want from me, Sphinx? Alright, sweet. I will shoot you a message once the stream is over. How do I fucking... What does it want? On the annoying part where I have to solve stars. Oh. Here's a little tree. You'd think there would be like an indicator, you know, of like you're in the right area, or whatever. There's a standalone tree. I wish I could fucking actually look at it. This tree isn't there. This shoulder, not like that. What is it even pointing at? It's before the next set of trees. So, like, in the rocks? Hey, ask what your Discord. I'ma send you the request so you can add me back after the stream. It should be the same name as the channel. It should just be Abyss Deity. Let me go check. Open my phone. Oh my goodness. How do I check my own name? Discord, make your system slightly more intuitive. Yeah, it's just Abyss Deity, but with the I before the E instead of after. No spaces, no capitals. Rocks. Among the rocks, perhaps. Listen, the Sphinx, your puzzle's a little fucking silly right now. That's all I have to say. Maybe there's a switch. Maybe that's what it is. The puzzle did involve flipping a switch before. Maybe we have to do that. Maybe there's a switch hidden. Yep. Okay, we figured it out, Let's go grab that star. I suppose while we're at it, we should check out this other star. Such a thin line. Makes sense. There, now we have a fucking green laser. Green laser, where do you go? Oh, over here. That makes sense. What's up, Melville? Where is she? There she is. Now we're gonna have to go to like... Fuck. Is there any puzzle? I don't think there's a puzzle that I can connect these through. I need to get like a piece out somehow, I think. And what sucks the most is that now I don't know where I am. And I have lost track of the star. There it is. So there's a thing there. Or rather, there's a puzzle here that we could, in theory, connect with, maybe. Hold on, hold on. It says potential. There we go, that's 2 stars. Cool. Thanks, Ed Keys.
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
I suppose. But what would you know, Pandora? Let's grab that, and then we gotta go connect the bridge, and then we gotta go see what happens to the mega structure, the mega pizzaplex. I wonder if it's gonna evolve to Freddy Fazbear.
The wheel turns, but without the road, it cannot move.
I suppose. We're about to get some silly bridge building. Oh, I'm having a hard time making it to it, though. How do... Oh, where am I? Hello? How do I get up? Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Of course I am. We get up by doing the bridge. One thing, man, I wish I didn't have to run through all these leaves. It makes it very hard to see. Visually very... ouch. Wow. Why not? Touch. Oh, right, it's not a touch thing. We actually have to use it. Alright, Prometheus. Talk to me, baby. I'm here. Oh, the Sphinx again.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low. But his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Hubris, the flame of the sun belongs to the gods. Disobedience, he should have listened to his father. Carelessness, he did not use his wings correctly. Impatience, if he wanted to soar so high, he should have built better wings. Lawlessness, he should never have attempted to escape the labyrinth. Idiocy, the wings are made from wax. I mean, come on. I mean, come on.
Or was it Daedalus who was careless, giving the wings to Icarus, knowing that all young men are rash?
All is a dangerous
After
word
the
to
death of
use,
his
my
son,
dear.
Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos burned in his bath as you seek your own answer.
Red. Return to Vital.
It's opening. 3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
Yep.
Maw of death? I think it looks charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Yes, sir. To the Pizzaplex. And And then after we check out the Pizzaplex, I'm probably gonna end stream.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Someone, you say?
Yaku, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem.
Guys, there's a door down there.
Society encounters
You just
something
landed down
so
there and walked in the whole time.
so different that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem, and we're headed right into it.
Hello.
I think I can set down over
Freddy.
there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
Foxy. Chica.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
Hi, Melville. Running with the lads, running with the lads, running with the lads. That door is in the labs. Oh. Hello. I see you have a stomach hatch. A Five Nights at Freddy's stomach hatch. Very good. Yep. I'm gonna run over here.
Isn't this an incredible space? Look at the door, it's beautiful.
I agree.
That's good. That's excellent. I find that a lot of people these days can't see the beauty in things created by human hand. They can look at an ant colony or a coral reef and be impressed, but if it was made by humans, they just don't see it. It's good to be humble as an individual, but we have to be careful not to lose track of our accomplishments as a species. If we're impressed by the complex patterns produced by animals, then this should be breathtaking.
I agree. I see that they got Tony Stark's arc reactor. That's good. I mean, we wouldn't want this place shutting down. All good, Melville? You having a vision? I'll let you have a vision. Sphinx. Pandora. And Prometheus. So is this where the Star Road comes to? Chernyshevsky. From Chernyshevsky. In our likeness, essay on humankind researching adulthood. What I propose, then, is that we are not born as entirely free agents, responsible only for ourselves. The very core of what we are, our sentience, separates us from and elevates us above the animal kingdom. As I have argued, this is not a matter of arrogance, but of responsibility. However, this blessing also demands something else from us, something more personal than responsibility, and that is loyalty. Our ancestors, less atomized than we are, experienced a crude version of this loyalty, swearing allegiance to tribes, races, nations, and other such semi-fictional concepts. This fragmented understanding was easily exploited and led to many conflicts. We can condemn them for that, or we can choose to believe that these were necessary historical steps towards our growth. But above all, we must stop indulging in such childlike behavior. Our species can no longer afford to believe in Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy, rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive, not from above, but from the history of our species. To put it simply, each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself, to the human project across time and space. This is not a minor matter, or some abstract issue for philosophers. It is a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning and insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a brighter future. And it is also a division, a line that must be held against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our peril. Chernyshevsky, like Drennan, stood by this belief to the bitter end. Without him, the archive would not exist. As we owe humanity our loyalty, so we owe a more personal debt to those individuals who gave everything for our story to continue. Cool. Pretty neat. Just a moment. Oh, another door.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these vast structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now.
Thanks, Mel.
About the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
That goes down quite a ways, don't it? There's a platform right below me. Wondering if it's real or not. Oh. Hey. What's up, Yucket?
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second?
Of course.
That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
Sure, what's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, What if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
It's more complex than that. Power isn't necessarily good or bad. I think it's too early to tell. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power. I think your original impulse was correct. New Jerusalem needs this technology. The mayor's premise is wrong. He's assuming history can develop can only develop in one way. The place could be dangerous, but we need to understand it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's a little worried, but we should keep exploring. Like you said, we need to understand what we're dealing with. Maybe it won't be all that bad. Thanks for talking to me, 1K.
Of course.
I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
Of course, buddy. Anytime. Next time we talk, it'll be over robot marshmallows. Is that ferrofluid? No, it's just big magnet block. Though I suppose if it were ferrofluid, it wouldn't reveal itself. Is that a bridge builder? That is. Oh no.
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
And yet... Oh. I have pieces?
Locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
Is Melville about to have a conniption?
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power.
This button? Eh. Where is this leading me up to? Oh. See, this is a worrying sight. If I take this down, do I immediately get screwed? No. Oh, maybe. Uh-oh. Right, right. Oh, this isn't awesome. I wish this fucking puzzle had a name. Yep. Updated. Alright. Let's... find any manner at all in just being able to do anything would be cool. Alright, we have a cube. What does a cube do for us?
Good job, 1K.
Thanks. Trying to understand what's going on, lol. Yeah, no, it's complicated. It's a very complex scenario we find ourselves in.
I wonder how far down this goes.
Not eager to find out, Yakit. Unless you want to be the voluntarily, like, just voluntarily plunge yourself into the abyss. That's your own volition. I can't stop you, but certainly wouldn't recommend it. Okay. We're left with just a hole puncher, so we might as well punch a hole. Okay. We have... Fuck yeah. Solve that one in a fucking jiffy.
Well done.
Yeah. I feel like this wasn't the only path up to here. We can make all the bridges. Cool. Now we're going back over here. What? There. Now we come over here. Alright. Now we just have this. Alright, we got a green beam. Oh. This is an ominous door. I see, I see. No. Perhaps the starting is wrong. Oh, right. That's what these do. Perfect. Oh, but there is a reason, and it is necessary. Okay. We're gonna put this right here. I figured it out. We got the siding wrong. This doesn't go here. It goes here. This takes the other side. And now the puzzle should be open. Hello? Do you mind if I pull and yank upon this lever? Would that be a problem for you? Would you be upset if I did that? Because I don't want to upset you, Blue Laser, but I really want to pull and yank upon this lever. Yank!
Gate's open. 1K if you want to. Go ahead. I'll finish up scanning this.
Go. Go ahead, Chosen One. Okay? So yeah, the reason they call me 1K is because I'm the 1000th guy. That's why they keep calling me 1K. Boink. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's a left path. I keep going right when there's a left option, and that is a sin as an adventurer. Good adventurers always go left. This is a room. A vision. From Miranda. To a series of code. I was doing some reading while the last trial was running and I came across something I don't understand. There's a lot of references to ancient humans feeling that science is boring. To me, eventually, everything we're studying is mind-bendingly incredible. Whether it's quark-gluon deconfinement or neutrino anti-neutrino oscillations, or even something incredibly basic like the properties of light. I understand why our ancestors cared about art, why a beautifully crafted story or poem was moving to them, but how could they not see that everything that surrounds us is just as incredible? Studying science is like studying the most incredible machine ever created, a machine designed to build worlds and tell stories. How could they not see that? I'm sure there's a good explanation, but I don't get it. Vision time. Too much. Oh no.
Mother, what are you thinking about, Mother?
The Talos principle. You see, it has two applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning.
Athena?
The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine, governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same?
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. Consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos. And if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Classic video game instinct to jump during cutscene. Oh! The human form divine.
Athena?
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're... Oh. Damn you, but you're right. Heading back.
Let's get the fuck out of here before whatever energy demon comes to fucking smash our bridges. And send us to the next area.
Was that really the founder?
I think so.
It was her. For years, I've wondered what happened to her, why she left, where she went, why she didn't tell me.
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them. We just have to be careful. Follow protocol.
I still can't believe the founder built this place. Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this? Why recreate all these aspects of the simulation? What is she trying to tell us?
It does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken? Or does it just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it? I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
Excerpt from 5358. How dull is it to pause? How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life, life piled on life. We're all too little, and of one to me, little remains, but every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and vile it were, for some the 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning and desire, to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. I don't like this shaking that the world's doing right now. Waiting for it to happen again. It is happening, it's just very subtle.
All right, take us back to base camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir. I'm getting some new readings. Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
I think that may have been me. I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system, like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
Among Us.
All right, everyone. Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
Of course. I'm gonna take a star? I'm gonna take a rest at the Cathedral Zone, I think. That's right, we're gonna end stream there. And then, I will be back, maybe, what time is it? It's 11:44. I might be back, I might not. I should, honestly I shouldn't be, because I need to upload VODs. I have like 12 stockpiled, and that's not including this one, so I should upload at least like 4 before I come back. And usually by that point, the lads show up. So, Release stars. I can release them? I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept it all for the end. But they're here now. Alright. Well. Till next time. Is where we're gonna stop for now. But yeah, till next time. I've been Creature. You've been the lovely chat and the beautiful viewer at home. This has been Talos Principle 2, and it has been fun. Incredibly so. I'm excited to play more. Honestly, if it were up to me, I wouldn't stop playing. I'd just play all day. But I have a need to manage my time proper, so I am gonna call it. But yeah. Anyway, I already said everything, so bye. Bye-bye. Bye now. Bye-bye, bye-bye.